Hey, hey, hey! Good to see everybody. Happy Friday. Happy release day. This is the best day of the month. If you're here, say hello. I see Lisa and I see Betsy. They actually beat me here to the live because I had some me issues today, So if you can hear me, just say hello so that I know that I'm not speaking out to outer space. But otherwise, we will get going. I see it's starting to broadcast up onto my TV, so I'm betting that I'm live and you guys can hear me now. So yeah, I am super happy that we are on release day. I'm gonna see if I can move this over. Nope. All right. So today is release day, and I mentioned on hi Lisa. I mentioned on Tuesday that this was dear and near to my heart because it's our family motto to be God, country, family. And I've been corrected a few times saying that it should be God, family, country. But my husband truly believes that if you don't take care of the country and provide a safe place for our families to live in, that you aren't really taking care of family. So he believes in God, country, family. We are veteran owned. So this is a homage to our family and to our country that we love and our customers that we love. And we're celebrating all the things like summer celebrations, 4th of July, Memorial Day, all those good things. So here is my one and only finished card. This is the Yankee Doodle stamp set, and I paired it with some pattern papers. And I colored all the 4 of the characters with Copics, and then I used some of my favorite dies from my stash. So let's take a look at the stamp sets while we're waiting on people to join on. This set here was, this guy here, this eagle, he has debuted once before in our line as a flashcard, and it was our #1 requested stamp. Like, they wanted us to make this into a stamp set. So we changed him up a little bit, and he's a lot bigger and he's a little bit darker. So there's not a whole lot of coloring that you have to do with him, but I'm going to try to color some of the things. So we've got, my glasses are missing. Yeah, they're for real missing. They were here like a half hour ago, but it says, let freedom ring. Freedom lies in being bold. Brave, bold, kind, and it says B. And then we're going to take this one out. Hi, Jana. Happy Friday. We're talking about our new release here. And this one says, the secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage. And this is by, I'm going to butcher that name so you guys can look at it on the website. Then we've got this one that I've got in the package upside down, or, going the wrong direction. And it is, Yankee Doodle Day stamps. We've got fireworks, we've got the different animals, we've got chipmunks, and we've got squirrels playing the flute and the drums. We've got a bear playing the tuba. We've got this cute little hedgehog playing the trumpet. We've got this cute Uncle Sam eagle. We've got this cute little deer, some stars. Have a bang up day, baby, you're a firework from Katy Perry. Have a Yankee Doodle Day, and then we've got some musical notes. And the team has really done a really good job with these. And then we did the packaging for Honor, Valor, Pride. And this is supposed to represent like the purple majesty skies, like the mountains, our national songs here. It says, may his grace be upon thee. From every mountain let freedom ring, Martin Luther King Jr. Then Honor, Valor, Pride, courage, sacrifice, and dedication. And then we did the cross. So I know that depending on how you look at the package, the cross is fallen, and that's a big deal. So when they're hanging on the wall on display, I wanted the cross to be up and down. So that's why we chose that direction. Of course, if you're not religious or it bothers you, you don't have to use it. And then, ladies, I had to use this. I had to add this to the. Hi, Judy. I had to add this to the collection. Michelle came to me. She goes, I made this Chip Chip Hooray. It's got the little Pringles, and I love this little like ruffles. He's in the tip, and he's like, oh no, I'm such a dip. So it says, Chip Chip Hooray. Thanks for chipping in. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Way to go. You're all that in a bag of chips. I'm sorry I missed your birthday. Happy belated birthday, and I'm sorry. So like, I'm sorry I missed your birthday. I'm a big dip. I'm sorry. You know, that kind of thing. And then we needed to have Father's Day. Chip Chip Tater Chip. Yep. So we've got a lure, and we've got a net, a tackle box that says, I'm your buckaroo. I want to be just like you. It's from the song from Rodney Atkins. I'd rather be fishing. The fishing was good. It was the catching that was bad. That was from A.K. Best. Real cool, Papa, and Happy Father's Day. We've got this cute little fish that's kind of jumping out of the water. We've got a grandpa and a son, or maybe an older father fishing. And then we've got this cute little boy. His face just makes my heart melt. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but when I was a little girl, my grandma's brother, so it would have been my great uncle, he had a house and 2 cottages up at Put in Bay. So every summer I would go to Put in Bay, which is in Ohio, and we would spend a couple weeks up on the island and fish and do all the things water related. So this really could have been like a little girl with her grandpa, because then it would have been me. But I wanted this to be Father's Day, and I wanted to have a masculine set. So I thought, you know, since this was our number 1 requested stamp, I thought we would go with him first. So I made this background. You know, I'm kind of dabbling in making my own background papers, and I wanted this, I kind of like faded it so that it wasn't super bright. So I'm going to bring in my Misty, and we're going to stamp right over this. So if I had used my Some Gave All stamp set, which is a flag, a little bit different than this one, we could have like inked it up and then like spritzed some water on it, and we could have gotten a watercolor look. But I just kind of want to do something different. So in reality, like where his beak is, there's going to be some blue in him. So we're going to see what this looks like, but I think this is going to be kind of cool. So I have not used this stamp. You saw me pull it straight out of the package for the first time. So I'm going to run my hand over it. So we're going to make the camera shake. We're going to do all those things. But you can also use an eraser, or you can use glycerin and stamp it down and then use a color. I'm going to bypass that. And I'm going to stamp this with a Copic friendly ink. And I'm going to say that you probably don't even have to even color this if you don't want to, especially with those colors poking through. But I'm going to be extra. So what's different about this is the one that we had on our flashcards, which you can still buy. They're the Patriotic set. It had less like darkness in it, so this guy is going to be really, really dark. Jane, hello. Good to see you. So Jane's going to have some stamp sets debut next month. I just sent those off to the printer. Now I have an air bubble there. You can see where the ink kind of didn't go all the way down. So I am going to ink this again. That's the beauty of a Misty and a sticky sheet. Hi, Gracie. You got to show your personality. She's got to be heard. She's been screaming, you guys, since 5:30 this morning because I was up here working on stuff. But look at this. Honest to God, I don't even think you actually need to do anything else. Like, this was amazing just the way it is. And that's kind of the beauty of, like, whether you use an underpainting, like you use a stamp set and you underpaint, or if you use watercolor and underpaint, and then you can just stamp right over that. I have this pretty juicy because I inked it up a few times. So I am going to hit it with a heat tool just because I don't want it to be smudging as I color, because I am going to color some things. Now I probably used way more heat than it was needed, but I always want to be safe than sorry. So I'm going to start with this eye. And yes, I know there's a lot of blue in there, but I'm going to go right over it with yellow. And I think I'm going to come in just a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to come in with this, let's use an E37. And we're just going to add a little bit of darkness. But not much, just a little dab will do you. And then I want to use some of the same yellows. So that was the Y19 for the beak. Now, I don't know if you guys have been watching the bald eagles in California. I am like obsessed. They're like 10 weeks old. They're getting ready to take off and fly out of their mom and dad's nest. It's Sunny and Gizmo. And it's Jackie, and I can't remember. Jackie's the mom. I can't remember the other. So I have been watching this. So I'm obsessed with bald eagles right now. It's just a thing. So I am going to add maybe a little bit here. And this is with my darkest color. Big Bear Valley, they are awesome. I think I've shared a little bit of that with you guys, that I've been, really pumped about watching them. So again, you're going to have a lot of this blue show through, so it's not necessarily going to translate. That was the Y15. I am going to go in with this Y19 and darken that up a little bit. And then this is the Y11. So I'm just showing you that you can color on top of printed paper, but you're still going to have a lot of that underpainting or what you have from your background in there. And there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of times I will stamp stuff or splatter stuff like with a sepia color, and it looks phenomenal. So I just want to show that there are so many more things that you can do with your markers than just, color the one thing. I can't believe I forgot my... So I did the hair, just for you guys. I did the hair right before I came on, and I was on the phone with my friend, and I completely forgot to bring my glasses back in. So what you're seeing is this is a W3. I want the W5. I'm just putting some texture in. And the picture that I put on the thumbnail really showed that he was kind of dark behind the eye. And behind the beak. And maybe just a little bit up here. Okay. Now I'm going to use that W3. I honest to goodness don't think that this is necessary. I just wanted to give you another technique that you could put into your arsenal if you ever get bored with stuff. Do you like it? Thank you. Jackie and Shadow. You're right. It is Jackie and Shadow at Big Bear. I just couldn't remember. So there's that. And we could probably kind of flick some of this down. This is with the W1. And I'm just going to use the W3. I'm not going to go any darker than that. Do you hear that squeaking of my pen? I totally need to do some time, like spend some time and refill some markers. I try to refill my markers like quarterly. I'm not always on it, you guys, but I try. So since we've got this, you know, we've got a lot of overlay colors. I'm just going to use an E53 and an E57. And I'm just going to flick a little bit of that in here and there. If I go real dark with it, then you're going to lose some of the underpainting color, which I don't want to do. So in the flash card, you get a little bit more detail where this bald eagle is, but truthfully, I don't think it needs it. I don't think there's anything wrong with having like some silhouettes. Okay. So that was super easy. Am I right? Let's go ahead and clean this stamp. I'm going to put my thing over to the side. And I've got my power wash and my chamois. I forgot to make chamois for this new release. I definitely am going to take them to the show. So I need to make some more chamois. Because those sold like hotcakes. Lisa says I did good on the background paper. Thank you. I'm getting there. I'm learning. You can teach this old dog new tricks, apparently. Lisa did amazing at designing this stamp set. This was all her, my friends. So my paper is not 100% cut straight. So I'm going to go with 2 sentiments. I'm going to put Let Freedom Ring right below this guy. The biggest thing is trying to get this straight. I found my T ruler and then I lost it. Let's try it one more time. And this time I'm using VersaFine Flair because it's my favorite for sentiments. And I think I want to ink that one more time. Again, I've never used these yet. Lisa says she's taking a bow. I'm very picky because I wanted to do this set justice, not only for the customers, but because of Sean and Joy. So, Lisa, Sean loves this stamp set. In fact, I think he wants me to make some cards for his club that he goes to. You know what club I'm talking about, but we're not going to get into that. I don't really care. My husband belongs to a shooting range. here in Kentucky, and they shoot at an outdoor range, which is like on acres and acres of land. It's very safe, that kind of thing. But I told him not too long ago that he needed to get a hobby. And at first he decided he was going to make bread, and he was kind of trying to make a little bit of a company out of it. And then he, I don't know, decided to join this gun club. A couple of guys that he works with and people that he went to high school with actually belong to it. So, hi Pam. So I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. I'm assuming, Pam, is it okay for me to let the cat out of the bag? I'm going to wait for you to say yes or no in the comments. And I'm stamping that one more time. So Pam applied for our video team, and even though we have been slow in getting out all of the information to her, I'm going to invite her to be on our team, and hopefully she'll accept and be on the team for the last half of next year. I know that with my show schedule that I don't necessarily have the capacity to be online, like doing videos every day or every week. So it was just time for me to find a video team. So I did put out I know that this says white. It's actually clear. I just haven't updated my professional label here. But I know that I need to get some video. I need some video content besides mine, because not everybody wants to listen to my froggy voice, and I don't blame them, you know. And then we've got another person that we're going to invite to be on the team. And we've also asked Jana and Brian, who are on here, to do some guest design stuff for us too. So we're going to have some new faces without froggy voices. So I'm still going to do my lives, but hopefully they'll do some content. I am going to turn my heat gun on now. So ultimately, I decided to heat emboss this because I want it to pop off the page. I do want, once I cut this down, I do want to distress it just a hair. So I'm going to grab some ink here. Every color but the one I want is readily available. There it is. And I'm going to grab a mat. My best friend always calls when I'm out alive. And I know you guys can't see it ringing, but it drives me nuts. And literally, it is without fail that as soon as I go live, she's calling me, and I love her, so please don't misunderstand me. I just think that it's funny because as soon as she opens up a spreadsheet at work, the first thing I do is call her. So, I would agree, Lisa, and it's on the list. Well, it's on the mental list. So I am going to cut this off. You guys know I like borders, like 3.5 by 5. So I'm going to cut it off on all sides. I'm sorry, 3 3/4 by 5. Now normally when I when I cut these down, I usually ink first, but I know that I don't have a whole lot of real estate, so I'm going to make sure I didn't get like really ink blendy with it. So let's grab some ink. So if you're wondering what you're actually learning today, because I know that, you know, people come because they want to learn things. I am teaching you that even though you've got pattern paper or you do ink smudging, you can still use that as an underpainting with your copics. Now, mind you, yeah, he's a little stripy, and that's not normally what an eagle looks like. He doesn't look like he's red, white, and blue, but this is my world, you know? And I always start off the paper, and I'm using vintage photo. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm picking up the brown in the bird that I put down. So I put like an E57 and a 53. So it's just going to pick up those colors. Now you all probably saw a mistake that I made. I did not treat my paper with an anti-static powder tool. And that's because I knew I was done with my stamping, and I was embossing in clear, so I didn't care that it left marks. Now, do as I say, not as I do, you know, the old saying. But look how cool he looks with, you know, a little bit of distressing around him. Not that the paper didn't look distressed. So I put a lot of texture on this paper before I printed it out. Now this was just printed with my home printer. This wasn't like, you know, anything professionally done. My papers, if I have them professionally done, look like 90,000 times better. But sometimes a girl just wants what a girl wants. And I wanted this paper today, so I got it. So I mentioned the other day that I bought a stack cutter, and I went through an entire ream of paper in like less than a minute, and that's amazing. So I've got it all cut, but I need to spend some time scoring some card bases, because I discovered this morning I'm down to like 10 card fronts, and I tend to like to have my you said a deep navy, Matt. I'm gonna go with black because I have it on my desk. But it would look pretty, you're right. Anyway, I'm going to spend some time scoring. Now, if I could come up with something like an automatic score where I could just bam, you know, that would make my heart happy. Where did my glue go? They're right in front of me. Okay. I had a heart attack there. So, if you didn't notice in the shop, I came out with a new embellishment. Yeah, a new embellishment tray, and it has like the little strips in it so that when you like flick it, it flips your rhinestones up forward, and it kind of lays them all on the spot, so it makes them easier to they're easier to pick up. Now I'll be 100% transparent. I think they're delivered and they're on my front porch, so I don't have one to show you right now. But I did that. I had a lot of requests for that at the show that I was at last time. And the first thing my husband says, I think we should get those since we sell embellishments. And I did not like the way I put that down. That's why I always put the glue down, you guys. Especially when I don't have my glasses on. So there are going to be 3 dishes that come for $1.99. So that is amazing. An amazing price, and I think you guys will enjoy having those in your stash. I know, like I said, the ladies at the show all requested it, so that's why we're doing it now. We did not make any flashcards for this release because we already have the Patriotic flashcards in our shop. So we felt like it was something that I cannot glue. That we didn't need to add another set, but be sure to look for flashcards for the next release because I think there are going to be some amazing ones. Okay. So I'm just using my frog press to kind of like adhere all the layers down. So there is that card. I do think that we need some bling. All right. This is just a tray from my stash. I'm not sure where I got it, but we do not carry this in the store. So these are the, not the copper penny. This is the Moscato. I was in a wine drinking kind of mood, even though I don't really drink wine, but yeah. But I think the Moscato kind of picks up copper. And I'm going to bedazzle my little guy here. So usually I can just like flip them over nicely, but because I'm on camera, it's trying to do anything but. I don't know why that's got a glue mark there, so we're not using that one. I don't like that one. Okay. And with this being such a speckled paper, you are getting, you know, it's hard to see the glue, especially without my glasses. Not gonna lie. Not my smartest moment of the day. I've been awake, I don't know, for quite a while. I think I started crafting this morning like at 5:30. Got the website ready. You love Moscatos. Me too, Pam. They're one of my favorites. And give me some chocolate dessert with that. Or I don't know, even a strawberry dessert. Moscato, so good. But seriously, look at how cool he turned out. I feel like if I have, yes I do. I feel like he needs a little bit of sparkle. And so this is like a Wink of Stella, but this is by, I don't know, Crafter's Companion. So I'm just making his eye kind of sparkle. Ice wine. Look at that. What do you got? All right, I want honest opinion. What do you guys think with the flag as an underpainting? Should I have done him like traditional, or do you like him this way? I have just colored him traditional so many times because of being part of our flashcards that I wanted to try something different. But I love him with the distressing. It's like beautiful in my opinion. All right, so I thought we would, since I haven't like crafted with all the things yet, I thought we would open up this one. You guys love it. That makes me happy. So I thought we would use this mountain scene. Now, if you guys want to see an amazing mountain scene, excuse me, go check out Stationery by Justine. Oh, by the way, we have an Instagram hop going on. And it closes, I think, on the 22nd. Don't mark my word on that. You'll have to go over there and actually read the things. Because you know I didn't. I just copy and pasted what I was told to copy and paste. But we have an Instagram hop going on. And one lucky hopper, as long as they've gone to everybody's channel and have like commented, liked, subscribed, done all those fun things, they will be eligible for a $25 store credit. So there's that. And again, I have not seasoned this. Would you guys be okay if I took a drink real fast? I don't, it's just Coke, but actually my tea's back there. This is lunch and chat, and you guys, this is just real world here for me. So I am going to use my VersaFine Clair. I am going to pre-treat it if I can find my tool. It was literally in my hand earlier. Like that before I came on. Pushed everything around so that I could go live. And now I can't find it. I think I should have more than one embossing tool for that purpose. I am so ill prepared today. Oh, so mad at myself. Usually it's like right there. Like I can grab it without looking. Somebody come clean my desk. We'll pay in stamps. Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. Guess what? We're going to wing it. Because who's got time to... Oh, I just found it. I just found it. Yay! So this is the Rabbit Hole anti-static powder tool. And what I like about this is that your hand never has to touch it so it doesn't get contaminated. Your powder doesn't get contaminated because of that. And you've got a really good, So Lisa says, happy to answer for the stamp set. There's something about designing and then something about seeing it actually in packaging and pursing. Yes, ma'am. Agreed. So I'm using VersaFine Clair because it's a pigment ink. It's a fast drying pigment ink, but you still have enough time to actually emboss. I feel like I have a dead spot in my Misty, like my mat's not in there fully, but that's okay. A little elbow grease never hurt nobody. All right, what's next? We are going to use the same clear embossing powder. I believe this is from Wow, if anybody cares. I personally don't care who it's made by. I just know that if you're new to embossing, that people like to ask that question. And I totally missed the bowl over there, but that's okay. Use a dry baby wipe and get her done. Okay. Let's warm this up since this is a big image. So what was one of your first techniques that you ever fell in love with? The reason I ask you is because for me, it was always heat embossing. Like, it really just made me happy. If you have any type of warping, you just kind of bend it and let it go back to its natural state. All right, so I want to do a little bit of a sun right there. Can you tell that this stencil has been, well, you know what, I need to clean off this stencil. I don't know what's on it, but it's looking brown, and I don't want my project brown, so we just need to take the extra time and clean it. So you could use any sun from your stash. I know I've got like 3 different companies and I have no idea which one this is, or else I would link to it. If you are interested in this new release, it is on the home page, and then so it's easy to find, but it is available in the shop right now. Okay. I'm going to use that same yellow. Heat embossing was one of my favorites, and what I love about heat embossing is it never gets it never gets old watching it come to life. I don't know about you, but I could watch it all day long, and I think it's like the reveal is just freaking amazing. I'm totally cheating here, and I'm gonna kind of line this up so I can extend those 2 bottom ones. Is it going to be perfect? Probably not. But I'm okay with that. Nope, not perfect. So what am I going to do to fix that? First, I'm going to take some more of this squeezed lemonade. I'm going to throw the stencil over to the side. And I'm going to kind of get lost in the color. What do you guys think so far? I think that's pretty cool. So I am not a masking type of person. I know a lot of you are. And I encourage you to do what you love to do. I hate it. I'm looking for a mini blenders. They're right here. So these are from the Rabbit Hole. And half of them are supposed to be for distress oxides. The other half are supposed to be for just regular oxides. I, however, am just going to do what makes me happy. Try to get this out. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of this abandoned coral. Ugh, I just put it on a purple. Ugh. I gotta scrub that off, although it didn't seem like it mattered. Let's get a pink. And I am extending that a little bit into the yellow because, you know, like the sky gets all the dazzling colors. And I used abandoned coral, even though it is kind of an orange color, and purple and orange make mud, if you didn't know. They're opposite of each other on the color wheel. But that has enough pink in it that I think we can go ahead and use some of this wilted violet. See, it's not getting real muddy. What do you guys think of that? You think more coral? We could do that. Isn't that pretty, you guys? So I didn't grab greens. I think I was gonna go with blue. I don't know where I was going with blue, but let's grab some greens. Okay, do you remember back when like COVID first started and we were all like working from home and on Zoom calls? And these people would be working from home, and and then they'd stand up and you'd find out they didn't have pants on or something. You know what I'm saying. And it was always scary when somebody stands up. And I just always wondered, do you guys ever hold your breath? Like when I go to stand up, like, does she have pants on? Does she have pajamas on? Just FYI, I will always have pants on. But I always kind of giggle at that. Like I always think back to the COVID days when people were just figuring it out and they forgot, you know, what they were doing. I don't know why I'm sharing that with you, but it just makes me laugh. Kind of makes me giggle. So that's the Twisted Citron. Okay. And I might go back and blend with that one again. So I'm going to use some Mowed Lawn. So what do you guys think? Like, hi Millie, good to see you. Like, okay, mark it on the calendar. This is the second live that I have to, oh no, I did use my Copics in the first card, but very minimally. So mark it on the calendar that I'm not getting all coloring. I'm kind of doing my thing. Do you guys know why I actually point that out? And this is so stupid on my part. It's because I actually had someone, actually more than one, email me and said, well, we love that you like to Copic color, but we would like to see more on your channel than just Copic coloring. And at first I'm like, well, it's just because I like to color and this is what I do. And then I thought about it like, you know, maybe they're right. You know, maybe I need to do something different. Like, you know, I go live to be with you guys, not to like boost my ego. So honestly, I should give you guys what you want. I mean, I can't give away the whole store, which I know that's what most people would want, but I can at least kind of like, if you request content from me, I should oblige to that. So I'm going to put some pine needles on here, and I'm just going to spot that in. I wish I hadn't done that. Like that side better. So now, since this is going to be like an emboss resist, because I used my, I embossed first and then I blended over my embossing powder. So all those places where those like lines look like they're a little bit dull, using quote unquote a clean place on my chamois, I should be able to get some of those lines back crisp. And then if you don't, this is another trick. If it starts to look a little too cloudy or a little something, you can take your heat gun again and you can bring it back to life. So I am going to trim that down a hair because I want to. Just probably to 4 1/4 by, 4 by 5 1/4. Just taking off some of those weird ends there. Let's see how much 4 would look like. Let's take a 1/8 off of here, and then maybe an 1/8 off the bottom. Okay. So let's clean off our stamp here. And again, Dawn Power Wash is my friend. It's always, you know, I've had that bottle for like over a year and it's barely been touched. So I mean, like a half of a squirt like cleans your stamps really well. What are you guys thinking of this one? Okay. Can I put my brushes? I'm starting to, my desk is starting to encroach upon me. I know that somebody here understands that. Let's get, where did I put the stamp set? Let's see. Obviously not there. Not there, my friends. You would think that by now I would have this figured out where I put my stuff. But I never do. It's right there. So do we want to use honor, valor, pride, his grace is beyond upon thee, or let's see what we want to do. Judy says it looks great. Thank you, my friend. So, Lisa, you designed this. Do you want honor, valor, pride, or do you want his graces upon thee? I think honor, valor, pride is what I want to do. But I'm going to give you a second to put your 2 cents worth in. Gracie saying hello again, in case you guys didn't hear it the first time. No. So his grace is upon me. I thought would be good for like a for a sympathy card without it being like straight up sympathy. You know what I mean? That's what my thought was on that cross. Because Lisa and I definitely collaborated on this a little bit. Well, a lot. She's the queen of thoughts and sentiments, though. I will tell you that. Isn't he cute? There it is. I love that, you guys. Love this. Now, I am going to take a piece of my cold cardstock. Now, I'm sure I'm going to make everybody cringe. So I told you I make top folding cards because I can't photograph the side folding. But this one, we're going to do it this way. It's going to be different. I'm sorry, I'm going to make somebody cringe. So I'm going to put this to the side so I don't get any ink on it. Would help if I either put this in my cupcake glue holder or put a pin in it. And the way I always get these to butt up correctly is I put it up on end. That way I can get it nice and straight at the fold, and then any of this excess that's showing, we can cut off if it bothers you. And it does bother me, but I'll do that off camera. I'm gonna get another pop-up foam. Do you guys get tired of me doing my foam, or are you good with it? Do you think it's dumb, or do you like it? So I like a good thick card, like one that I know that's not going to fall apart, one that says I put some time and effort in this. Even if I didn't, it still says it, you know? I think I actually need to go smaller with that. Nope, I did it right. Okay. Everybody's got their trademarks, you're right. Mine is dimension. Lisa's is fonts. So would somebody like to see me color this at some point? Or do you just like the actual ink blended background? I'm just curious. I'm not coloring it today. So I want to make sure I've got this opening on the right side. I adore this card, you guys. I love it. we are going to bling her up. Now, I don't want this to scream blingy blingy, so I'm going to use the Daffodil Confetti Mix that's in the shop. They're flat sequins with no holes. So it's just going to be a nice, happy, bright card. And, like, you can't be mad at it. At least I'm not mad at it. So these are basically just going to blend in. The opalescence probably would have done the same thing, but I'm just looking for a little something something added, you know? Try and decide where I want it to go. I think we're going to put one on that pinkish area. So I always do mine cup up so the flattest part is against the card. So that will dry, you know, somewhat translucent with the Bare Layer glue because it does clear and dries matte. Yes, you will absolutely talk to me before the weekend. So there's that. What do you guys think? I hope you get your electric back, Pam. I will definitely give you, well, I'll reach out to you either by Facebook or by email, probably by email. And I'll do that soon. So yeah, if you need to jump off here, I totally understand. You need to conserve some of that. So right now we've done this one. We've done this one, which I think is stellar. And then I did this one this morning. This is part of the block hop. And I think he's adorable. I just used some of my favorite die cuts. Do you guys want to color? I'm not going to finish the card, but if you want to color Chip Chip Hooray, we can do that. You like the added bling, Judy? Thank you. It's either I color it now or I'll color it when I get off the, when I get off the card or off the live. So I mean, you guys can run, go. I know it's lunchtime and I want you to, I don't want to take up any of your time if you're busy and you need to get to work or whatever. Let's get that misty. I think I'm going to do a real clean and simple with this guy. Is she awake now? Because you said earlier that she had a late night. I just love that she's having fun and is happy. Okay, sounds like Lisa's going to jump off here, enjoy the bakery, and enjoy your day with your girl. This is going to be inspired by Angie, who's on the design team. She did a really simple card earlier today with Lord, I don't even remember which one she did. It was the Yankee Doodle. So I'm gonna kind of do what she did, but I'm gonna do it with the chip. And I'm not gonna fuzzy cut this after I'm done coloring. We're done. This is so hard for me to see. I love that he's got little Converse on. So that was R59. This is R46. And I'm just going to do a little dot of 24 in there. And I'm going to use, I think, a YR27. We're going to see. So up here, where this curve is, because it's folded in on each other, kind of reminds me of a Pringle. And back here, I'm going to do the same. Then YR24. Looks like we still have people on here. I'm kind of shocked. So is everybody off work today, or is it just that you're on lunch break? So my massage therapist is a gym rat, and he suggested that I put a banana in my protein shake, because I think I've told you guys all that normally I have a protein shake at lunch, and I don't love it because the one that I have it didn't have enough sugar in it. So usually I put like Truvia in it, and so he like balked at the fact that I was putting more stuff in it, and he told me that I should try a banana instead. I think that's the ticket, you guys. I think he's on to something. This is YR20. I don't know if you heard that. My belly said something different. It literally just kind of growled at us. And this is a YR000. Just to color in his face a little bit. And then I'm going to go back with that YR27. And where the artist put some stippling in, I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to do the same thing with a YR24. You like the colors? Yay! And then I'm going to stipple with the YR21. I'm going to kind of fill in all those little spots. Then extend the lightest ones out. And that's what we're going to do for him. Now, I guess his hands would be the same color. I don't know. We're just going to give him... We're going to pretend he's eating barbecue chips too. All right. So I am not going to cussy cut them. I'm going to finish this card off camera because, quite honestly, I don't know what I want to do with it. But I wanted you guys to see the release. I will be coloring the I Want to Be Like You, the fishing one. I will color that and make a video sometime this weekend so you guys can see that. And I know that Justine will have some stuff up too. So she's got a really good one, a really good video up on her channel, Justine, or Stationery by Justine, on how to do the eagle with some masking. So go check that out. And I think you're going to be real happy with this release. Like, I mean, you've got to have your chips and your dip at your 4th of July and Memorial Day parties, you've got your parade, you've got your eagle. I mean, what doesn't kick off the summer better than a good old fashioned Americana vibe? So I'm going to go grab something to eat, I guess. I'm going to go say hi to the bird. I want to say thank you for hanging out with me. If you didn't, go ahead and check out the Instagram hop that's going on. You would have a chance for a $25 store voucher. The hop is open until the 22nd. Okay, bye guys. Happy